And then it's the same thing with powders. So they have different finishes or different purposes. I'm just gonna show you guys some of the best powder form, loose powder form, mineralized skin finishes. I think mineral makeup powders are really great in terms of setting foundation. They just have a certain lightness to them that really does the job of just setting it without making things look cakey. I also do like the Laura Mercier mineral powder. And then you have powders that are really made just for specific things, and this is a blotting powder from MAC, and it actually says blot powder. And this one comes with a small puff, and this one has mica in it, which is a very popular ingredient for absorbing oil. So you'll find that most pressed powders have mica, but most especially pressed powders that are targeted to control oil have them. Yeah, so those are blotting powders. And then you have powders that are luminizing, such as this MSF. It's also a mineralized skin finish, but it has certain shimmers to them. So they are used for certain areas of the face to reflect light. So those are the different kinds of powders, textures, finishes, and consistencies you can get. So in the same way with the concealers, I have normal to combination skin, and I'm a classic in the sense that my T-zone is mostly the area that gets oily. So when I'm setting my foundation, I don't just use one powder or rigorously fluff just one thing. Usually what I would do is I use a blotting powder for my T-zone, and I actually apply my blotting powder either with a buff like this or my beauty blender sponge, sometimes dry, sometimes damp. It depends on how my skin feels. And then I literally just press the powder in my T-zone, and that kind of seals my foundation for me in that area where I know I do have a tendency to get oily. And then for the rest of my face, I kind of get a big kabuki brush, and then I just dust the mineralized skin finish or my Laura Mercier mineral powder just to set the foundation. Then in terms of translucent finishing powders like Makeup Forever HD, I think they really do a good job in setting everything when you're done. This one and the Dior Natural Glow Sculpting Powder are my go-to finishing powders. And some people might think they don't understand why you need to have a finishing powder. You don't really necessarily have to have a separate one. You can actually use, you know, the MSF as well again, or whatever you use to set it. But I really find that with translucent powders or powders made specifically to serve the finishing purpose, they're very fine, and they really do achieve just an overall comprehensive polished look than just a normal powder. And those are two very big topics that you can actually elaborate separately on separate videos. I know it is an added extra thing on, you know, on getting your face done, but they really do achieve that result of a flawless complexion. So when you highlight the right and proper areas of your face, you don't only give it the right dimension or the right shape, but you give it a very flattering glow, or not glow, but a very flattering way in which light hits your face, that it looks very healthy, it looks very natural. And with contouring as well, especially after all the concealing and foundation, it brings back warmth to your face and your skin and allows you the ability to just shape your face in a more flattering way. So I really think highlighting and contouring are keys if you really want to achieve a very polished, flawless look. And finally, last but not the least, is Do it right the first time and never have to do it again. And I know with all the things that I've gone through, it's quite eminent that I do spend a lot of time. I spend more time than an average person in terms of getting ready in the morning. But I actually really prefer it that way because of the time that I've invested in the morning, just getting my skin properly prepped for the day. I never have to retouch, and I actually prefer not to. I find that as your makeup is absorbed in your skin, the longer it's been there, and as you go on through your day, your blood starts to circulate, your natural oils are excreted, and through your pores, your makeup, if you've applied it correctly and you're using the right products for your skin type, actually looks better and has already kind of blended in with your skin, and it does look very natural. And I think that's the reason why I do get complimented a lot, or questioned of, your skin's very nice, it looks so natural and flawless. And I think because one of the things is that I don't retouch. I also don't advise it. I think that once your natural oils are already going during the day, if you don't blot properly, or you just start packing on more product on top of that, it really is a primary cause for A, getting bacteria in your face, B, clogging your pores, and it's just really not good all in all. The most that I would do, I do carry blotting paper and blotting powder. The most that I would usually do, I do carry some other products with me, but I rarely really use it. The most I would do is get blotting paper and just blot my nose or my forehead or my chin, which is what usually gets oily. And if ever, I will use like my MAC blotting powder and just, lightly get some product and dust powder my nose or my forehead. But most of the time I don't even bother powdering anymore. I really just use my clean and clear blotting paper and just remove the excess oil, and I just leave it. It looks fine, it looks natural, it looks more natural, and it also prevents cakiness. Yeah, that's the thing I forgot to mention. I think when you start reintroducing product again and again, layer after layer, once your natural oils have started, being excreted through your pores, I mean, besides clogging up your pores, really, the potential of looking cakey is very, very big. So I would suggest really just invest your time in the morning to get the complexion you want, to get the finish that you want, and then don't touch your face again until you go to bed, or until you get home and you have to wash the product off your face. And that also leads to less agitation with your skin and your face, the less you touch it. So yeah. So I hope that was comprehensive and helpful enough for you guys. I know I covered quite a lot of things and very large topics all in one video. So if you have any questions, you guys can just message me, and I don't mind doing a video on like highlighting, contouring, or product pairings, or foundation combinations, and what suggestions I would have and how I do it, application techniques, and so on and so forth. I probably foresee myself probably going to that route. But if you guys want to see something specific, then go ahead and leave me a message or a comment so that I know more or less what you guys want to know more about. But for now, those are my major tips in helping you guys achieve a flawless complexion and maximizing the results of your products to achieve that. So thank you guys for your time for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day or a great evening.